This MMA 30 segment is powered by The Gun Store. Next time you're in Las Vegas, if you want to shoot a real machine gun, do it at The Gun Store at 2900 East Tropicana. What's up, guys? It's Dave Farra for MMA 30, sitting next to an almost fully nude Mike Pyle, eating a sandwich at Throwdown Training Center in Las Vegas. What are we doing?
Well, as you said, I'm naked, almost. I'm enjoying myself a Nutella and banana sandwich, courtesy of Mike Dolce with Dolce Diet. Can you believe the chocolate's in the diet? Oh, my God, so delicious.
So you're grinding it out here for, what, solid hour and a half, just kind of working on some ground stuff?
Well, and that's what always pays off.
You're fighting Ricardo Almeida. I mean, he's a ground guy, but a lot of people, I'm sure, are aware that you're also a ground guy. So if this fight does go to the ground, who's got the advantage?
Neither one of us. I don't think either one of us have an advantage there. I'm just as well-rounded and skilled on the ground as he is. So, and I train with some of the best in the world. So, yeah, is his jiu-jitsu dangerous? Yes. Is mine? Yes. I don't think it'll be a grappling match. I'll make damn sure it's not going to be a grappling match, though. I'll promise you that.
Your hands have improved a lot. They just look really good. The last couple of fights, you've even mentioned that you feel like you're letting them go a lot more and you're just really comfortable. You've hit that stride. Do you want this fight to stay standing?
Yeah, I'd prefer to stay standing, and thank you for the compliment. I appreciate it. I've been working hard with Gil Martinez over at Extreme Couture, so I've been working really hard on that. Working on my wrestling as usual. We got a whole stable full of wrestlers, so I'm not really worried about Ricardo, taking me down or him having an advantage in the wrestling. I was going to bring it to him. I'm going to put fist-to-face technique, and we'll see how it works. See how that plays out.
Looking back at the career, Mike Pyle, you fought Quentin Rampage Jackson back in 1999. You beat John Fitch back in 2002. We're sitting here in 2011. Do you feel like this is the best Mike Pyle that you've ever been?
This is the best Mike Pyle, yes, 100%. Back when I was an NHB fighter, now I'm an MMA fighter. Right. That's how old I am. I used to be an NHB fighter. Can you believe that?
It's hard to believe, but here you are.
Question. What's your NHB record?
Do you have any idea then?
What? Did I have an idea of what?
What the record was as an NHB?
But we were known as no-holds-barred fighters. Now times have changed, and I've changed with the times, and now I'm an MMA fighter. Yes, this is the best. I've matured as a fighter. I'm taking all the proper steps, hiring Mike Dolce for my diet. He's a great dude. Really helped me out. The whole step of the way through my camp. And I got a lot of friends over here at Throwdown that I come work out with John Wood and do my drills and things like that and work on specific things that I need to do. And I just structure my camp, differently than I used to. Just go to the gym and battle and go lift some weights and run a little, you know what I mean? Now everything's, put together a lot better. And my diet is unbelievable how the diet has changed me as a fighter. And an athlete, I should say athlete, because I can perform at higher levels now. It's amazing. It's just so simple, but I was uneducated about it, and and Mike helped to shed a little light on me and really open my eyes. And wow, what a difference, man! Huge difference.
It's interesting because right now it seems like there's a huge potential opportunity in front of you with the way that the UFC's welterweight division has stacked up. George St. Pierre, of course, is fighting Jake Shields, and if he wins that fight, which many people think that he will, he's going to move up to 185, and all of a sudden there's a vacant title, and we don't really know what happened with John Fitch and BJ Penn because of that draw now, but it seems like they're really kind of on the hunt for the next league of contenders. Is that something that's crept into your mind, or is it all just focus on the fight at 128?
I got a favorite pair of pants. They fit very loose, and I need a belt to hold them up.
So you're thinking about that belt.
I'm going to get the belt. Yeah. I've yet to be able to wear these favorite pair of pants. Yeah. It takes a special belt to hold them up, and I will wear those pants. I will guarantee you that.
What are your thoughts about George St. Pierre leaving the welterweight division? Is that something that you welcome, or would you say I'd rather fight George St. Pierre at his best?
Being the athlete and the great fighter that he is, I would rather fight Pierre for the belt. You know what I mean? Because he's an outstanding athlete, and to pit yourself against him and win, that's an achievement in itself. Not to say that the 70-pound division doesn't have, great fighters or whatever, but he's known as the best. My opinion, he should just stay where he's at and stay king. Why move somewhere else? He's a small welterweight as it is. think it's a silly move. But if he gets a couple losses, I'd see him back at 70.
Do you think that he gets wrecked by Anderson Silva?
I wouldn't say wrecked, but Anderson would beat him. Anderson's just too big. Did you see Forrest and Anderson stand next to each other? It ain't going to happen.
What are your thoughts on what happened at UFC 127? Did you see the BJ Penn-John Fitch fight?
I did. Surprised by Penn. Wow. I was really impressed with him, being able to take down Fitch. And, so I hate that people say that Fitch is boring. I think, Fitch, there's a lot of other boring fighters that'll take you down and lay on you. I ain't going to say any names, Jake Shield. But Fitch gets on you and he tries to beat your ass, man. He was smacking BJ around when he got on top and he got out, reverse BJ off his back and got on top. He was trying to do damage. And it's hard to mess up BJ's face. You've seen him in lots of fights where he's been getting his ass just kicked and he's got a little, what I mean, where everybody else would be just cut up, but he gets in there and does work. So my hat's off to Fitch for coming back like that and making it a draw because he was down those first 2 rounds, I think, and he got in there and did some damage. Did work. What he needed to do.
Do you think that was the correct decision on the judge's part to call it a draw?
I think so. Yeah.
So the welterweight division now, let's just pretend that George St. Pierre moves out of the welterweight division. BJ and John may have a rematch, but who else do you think is in that kind of top 5 range right now?
Fitch, Koscheck, Condit, Mike Pyle. After this fight, for sure. Those are the ones that come off. And Campman. Campman's about to wreck Sanchez.
Yeah, that fight's happening in 2 hours, so by the time you see this, that fight will have happened. But
winning tonight for sure. Go Campman.
So Campman's in that mix. That brings up the whole teammates fighting each other. Is that something that you've considered?
Me and him are such good friends, man. We go at it in the gym every day. Why the hell not go out and get paid for it?
So you're cool with fighting your teammate?
He'd be cool with fighting me. But it's like this. If it was for the title or to get a chance to fight for the title, it'd be foolish for us not to. And cause a bunch of drama and crying, oh, he's my buddy. Well, you should see what I do to my buddy in the gym and what he does to me if he gets half the damn chance. Catch me on a tired day, beat this shit out of me. And vice versa. Let's just go get paid.
You think that should be the case for all teammates?
That's just an opinion. That's an opinion of mine. I don't know. I think it'd just be fun to go in and get after it. It'd be so hard, though. It'd be so hard because Campman knows me. I know Campman. He knows when I move off to one side what I'm about to do, and I know the same thing. It might even be a boring fight. Or it could be like 2 brothers fighting in the house, man. Tear the whole damn house up. Best fight you ever seen in your life. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then afterwards, like, you got me pretty good, man. Fuck you, too. And then it's over. Brothers fight. I've seen some pretty sick brother fights before, and I'd pay for a ticket for that. So, there you have it.
Final question for you. Randy Couture, who you're very close with, of course, with all of your work over at Extreme Couture. He's fighting Lyoto Machida at UFC 129. That's an interesting matchup. No one really seems to know how to call that one. What's your take?
Well, not to be biased, but I think Randy can grind him out if he can just get through that offense that Machida has. It's tricky. People really doesn't really know how tricky it is until you're standing in front of him and he's doing all of his karate stuff, because what gyms have a Machida in there, So it'll be a challenge for him, and that's what Randy likes. He's in for it for the challenge, and I've seen him in there with good strikers way back in the day where he's just, getting the crap kicked out of him, and he'll find a way.
UFC 128 happening on March 19th. He's fighting Ricardo Almeida, and it looks like you're...
And bananas. Can't just sit around and eat them all the time, but...
He told me once the sandwich is done, the interview's done, so thanks for your time.
Mm-hmm.
Dave Farra alongside Mike Pyle for MMA 30. Thanks for watching.
I'm here at the gun store, and I'm ready to lock and load. They say what happens here stays here. So how about something you'll never never forget.
This is the adult Disney World right here.
Like hitting up the shooting range just a few miles off the strip at the one and only gun store.
I've never shot a gun before, so...
This is going to be great. You're going to like learning to drive at the Indy 500.
Turns out, I'm a natural.
Oh, whoa! That is awesome!
Right.
You did point it out.
Machine guns, rifles, Glock, no weapon off limits.
This is probably one of the very few places in the world you can shoot one of these without having someone shoot back at you.
Never shot a gun before? No problem.
There's no license required by you. You just have to be big enough.
Perfect for bachelor or bachelorette parties. Lots of packages to choose from. There's even a VIP range.
We give refreshments. It's private. It's quiet.
Purchase your own at the gun store or just stop by for a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Come right on down here. We'll put a gun in your hand. You can be on a range in 15, 20 minutes. No problem.
I love it.